In 2006, my parents opened up a all-girls boarding school called Circle of Hope Girls Ranch in Humansville, Missouri. I was 15. They didn't have any staff, so as a 15-year-old, they used myself as a staff and other students within the boarding school. So being a staff, I was forced as a teenager to restrain my friends that were my age that were in these boarding schools for stupid things. Like, we had a set of siblings that were there, and they were not allowed to look at each other. And so if they looked at each other, we had to throw them on the ground and go get my father, so my father would come and help facilitate the restraint. These restraints would last for hours. I remember the sisters particularly because they were restrained side by side for literally looking at each other. One sister has a mental disability, and she couldn't control her emotions. So this girl in particular, while I was there, was being restrained all the time. She was always in a black shirt because they had a shirt system, and the black shirt was the lowest shirt. She was always in the shirt because of her disability and her not being able to control herself at her age. This woman did not leave Circle of Hope until 2020, last year. She was there for 13 years, and she was 30. She was a 30-year-old woman being restrained by my own parents. She would not have left if we did not speak up. At one point, they had a 5-year-old girl, too. So they took in kids from the age 5, obviously, until they were adults. There were women that are my age that were forced to stay there after 21. My parents would not let them leave. I was kicked out at the age of 17 because that 5-year-old girl was afraid her mom was going to go to hell for wearing pants. And I told her, if her mom was going to go to hell for wearing pants, then my dad's mom, my sister, and my aunt are in hell today. And my parents didn't like that because that went against their program. So I was kicked out. But if I was not kicked out, I would not have been able to leave on my own. These women were forced to stay because they were afraid. They were told if you left, the people in the town would either shoot you for being on their property because of the law in Missouri, shoot first, ask questions later, or they were told that animals would get them, or they were told that they would just be prostitutes. I was a child of staff members that worked in these programs. I myself, when I got out at age 18, I went to drugs. I turned to drugs myself. I sold drugs to get to where I was at. Now, I had to do what I had to do to survive. And I was a child of people running these facilities. I was not sent to one of these facilities. I was a child of parents that were supposed to help kids, but instead they were abusing them. And the only reason why I bring up what I did after is because of the fact that they didn't help their own daughter. How are they going to be able to even help other people's kids? So that's everything.